What's going on, everybody? Where's going to be our fireside chat video today? And what we're going to cover here is a couple different things because I've got a lot of stuff to get into. We got a Boom Racing BRX02 kit to build for my friend. I've got to get in, start working on that. He was nice enough to give me one of his kits to put together. I was going to film it. I don't know. I'm limited on time. I've got a lot of, different... I bought a bunch of those different Endura tires to do tire testing videos and stuff and whatnot on the channel. So I've tried to be focused on stuff that maybe I thought might help the channel grow that wouldn't cost me an arm and a leg, and it's stuff that I would buy to begin with. So that's why I kind of got that stuff. Like I said in the last video, I'm having issues with it's been detained, you could say, and I've just been waiting to get the issues worked out with it, to get it to where I can set it as public before filming anymore. So I've just been sticking to doing these fireside chat ones because they're a little more user friendly, and maybe people won't have as big a problem with them. I don't know. So we got some coffee. So what we're going to talk about in this fireside chat, I watched Jerry's Old Guy Review do his, Let It Fly Fridays, which I love watching his channel. I think a lot of people do. He was talking about, like, different manufacturers and, like, this whole tariff thing, and I'm not getting down in the road. We've already covered some of the tariff stuff, which I think is bullshit. That's just how I feel. I don't care how anybody else feels or agree or disagree. You're not going to change my mind. It's bullshit. Same way with the price of everything. It's too high. Trax is coming out with that new rig. Almost here, it's with taxes and everything. You're going to be spending like and if you buy batteries and chargers with it, you're going to have like almost $2,000 in it. I'm sorry, that's effing ridiculous for what a two-wheel drive, especially. I just think they're getting a little out of touch with reality on this stuff, in my opinion. I could buy one, but I'm not going to blow almost $2,000 on one. I think that's ridiculous for an RC car. But that's not what this video is about. I'm sure I'm going to get flaming hate, blah, blah, blah. If people would stand their ground a little bit, they would start adjusting the prices on this shit, because it's getting astronomical to me. I can afford it. I work 2 jobs, and I don't make bad money, and I have a great job, but I'm not $2K on, an RC car. That's just how I feel. It's no offense. If you want to do it, go do it. But I'll buy a real Jeep, put a little bit of work into it, and beat the piss out of it off-road before I spend it on an RC car. But, whatever. I've got over 2K in some of my crawlers, but I didn't just go drop 2K on it. A little bit at a time, but geez, whiz, come on. So let's get back on the subject, though. Jerry was talking about places that and that's what this is about. This is going to be about RC manufacturers, and how people get bent out of shape about, China, and how people get bent out of shape about, you got the guys, brand names, and then where you buy stuff from. So he kind of covered, Jerry says he doesn't really trust, Temu, whatever these Chinese direct, companies. Because that's basically what you're doing. When you're buying from Temu, I think Alibaba might be, I'm not sure. I don't think that's China. It might be AliExpress, Wish. You're getting these cheaper deals, Everybody says it's clone stuff. No. I've had around 125, maybe 130 something purchases from AliExpress. I've had an issue with one so far. You're always using PayPal, so you're going to get your money back. Yeah, you might have a hassle of having to file a claim. It's the same as dealing with an issue on eBay.
That's right. Shop smart. Shop S-Mart. You got that?
The same sellers that you're going to find on Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, Temu. Hell, some of them were even on Etsy for a while. I know because I researched this stuff. You're buying from the same. You're buying from the same seller. They're literally, if you go to Amazon, go to AliExpress, search Toucan Hobby. Toucan Hobby is the same. It's the same person. You're not paying. You're paying more money. But on Amazon, because you're paying the overhead fees that Toucan Hobby paid to ship that product from China into the U.S. into a U.S. storage store. So they'll have a warehouse here with the parts in it, and that's why you'll get the stuff a little faster sometimes is if you buy off Amazon because they have a warehouse store. But you're paying that overhead cost. So when you're buying off AliExpress or you're buying off one of those other companies, you're buying it basically direct cheaper from the manufacturer, and you're not paying that in-between middle shipping fee cost, all that stuff. Like I said, I didn't want to go over tariff crap, but it's going to affect it, so you're going to pay a little bit more now, even coming from directly from AliExpress. But if you're paying attention to what you're doing and you're just not going on these sites willy-nilly, because it's not going to be any different from you going on eBay or Amazon and buying those parts as going on AliExpress. You're literally buying from the same seller. Like I said, I have like 120-something, 130-something purchases. It's the same thing breaks down on AliExpress. If you go down into the seller, it gives you a percentage. You can go down there and look at the sales. There's reviews that people gave of the seller. It's the same as eBay. It's the same as Amazon. So do yourself a favor. Go down in that drop down below and look at the percentage of that seller. If you got some seller that's in the 80s, well, you're not going to buy off of them on eBay or Amazon either. So why would you buy off of them on AliExpress? Because it's literally the same across the board. It's the same way if you go on the eBay and you look. There'll be a little American flag up there in the one corner of like these parts, these sellers that are in China. It's the same seller on AliExpress. It'll say, usually if it's in the U.S., it's a storage facility in Kentucky or California. You'll get that, but the seller's in China. It doesn't matter. It might be shipping from Kentucky. I think maybe Louisville, Kentucky might be one of them that they ship from out of that way. And then Florida, and then I think California. I think that's the three big states here where they have warehouses, and it's Amazon, it's eBay, it's AliExpress, some of the stuff off Wish now you can go on. I don't buy off Wish anymore. I'm primarily, if I'm going to buy China stuff, I go on AliExpress because I keep getting coupons and coins and stuff. My two friends haven't really had any issues buying off AliExpress that live out here that we always do the RC stuff together. We've bought in, I've bought in like 4 sets of these clone Tusk tires off there. Never a problem. Like I said, probably with us three together, we've had over 200 purchases from AliExpress. I've had trouble one time. And that's it. And that was working a deal with the seller that he ended up not following through with. So, and that, I'm just going to say it was Toucan Hobby. I wouldn't trust him. I think he's kind of full of shit on a lot of stuff. That's just me personally. Somebody else might love him and had good luck with him. I don't know, because everybody's experience is different. I just watched that Let It Fly Fridays with Jerry, and I was like, dude, they're definitely, AliExpress is not a scam. Delicious deals on there. If you're an impatient person and you want to make Jeff Bezos richer, buy off of Amazon. That's my take on it. He's already rich enough. He's got enough damn money. If you don't mind waiting and you're patient, you can get super cheap deals off of AliExpress. I know some people are super impatient, which is just ridiculous to me. Yes, I'm rolling my eyes. That's just how I personally feel, and I don't care. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I don't care. That's how I am anymore. The world could stand for a little more patience than what we have. It doesn't. You're waiting maybe 2 more weeks to get your products. That's usually. I ordered my HB Bronco off of AliExpress, and it literally took it like 2.5 weeks to get here. I didn't really care because I got it for like $130, and I basically got a TRX4 for $130. You can't even freaking flip and buy used axles for a TRX4 for that price. I don't think. Not. I mean, it's common sense. You know, it's worth more in parts than what I paid for the whole rig. If you broke a TL, because it's the same as a TRX4 axle basically. So it just, I don't know. I don't get it. All these guys buying these products. So we'll dive into the products now in this portion of it. All these guys buying products from, these companies saying that I don't want to buy Chinese, dude. We're just gonna break it down. We'll just go into it. It's basically all China. I've researched it. I've looked it up. You can Google this shit if you don't believe me. So, and then I'll have some shout outs here after a bit. So let's get into where this shiza is actually made. And you can Google this. I know. I spent forever looking it up. So right off the bat, we had the BRX truck, the Boom Racing. Guess what? Hong Kong. Millionaire Rose kit over here. You know, the monocle and the top hat and the cane with the diamond top. You know, all those guys, the Boom Racing, think they're up here and everybody else is down here. Hong Kong. That's where it's based out of. We'll cover that one's done. Traxxas. Everybody's like, oh, Traxxas is an American company. Traxxas. Guess what? Nope. Traxxas is based in Texas. I think it's like Kenner, something like that. Kenner, I don't know. It's in Texas. That's where the company. Parts, 80% manufactured China, Taiwan. There's something there. It's a go-between China and Taiwan for Traxxas. Google that shit and take the time and actually investigate it, because I've Googled this stuff, and I'll include all the screenshots from Google in this research that I've gotten from here for the guys that'll get butthurt in the comment section. Cross RC, something that I've been investigating lately. It's actually some pretty cool stuff. People don't give them much looks around, here in the States. They are basically mainly based in China. Everybody else's ass is. They have a huge place in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, which is also coincidentally, after researching it, the Oshkosh plant that manufactures a bunch of the military trucks for the United States. A bunch of the employees, I guess, from my understanding, that works for Cross RC as well. And the plant here in the States in Oshkosh is actually right up from the military manufacturing area for the military vehicles in Oshkosh as well. So they're like right adjacent to one another. And I think they share a bunch of employees. Which is cool because Cross RC makes a bunch of the RC military vehicles, which, excuse me, I think that's pretty cool. They also have a facility not very far from me here in West Virginia. Cross RC has a place in Ohio, which isn't, it's not a super long drive. I can't remember exactly where it was at in Ohio. I looked it up, but it was It was only like 2.5, 3 hours away from me, which I thought was badass. I mean, that's because nothing's ever that close to me in West Virginia. So I've been looking a lot more at cross RC stuff. Axial, China. I'm sorry, guys. It's China. It's China. It's China. Axial is China. You can Google it. I'm going to put all the screenshots in here so you guys can watch all this stuff. Red Cat, USA-based company, Arizona. Manufacturing parts made in China. G-Made is South Korea. G-Made makes very good quality stuff. I don't care. You can fight me in the comments about it. I don't care. The G-Made stuff, they make some nice stuff. Their stuff always works well. I don't like their fidgety 2-speed transmission shifting stuff. That's the worst thing with G-Made. But with enough work and taking your time and setting everything, you can get those to work too. FMS, a brand that a lot of people are starting to like now. China. Arma, guess what? China Horizon. The only thing that I could find 100% based, other than the guys that are here 3D printing stuff, I'm talking about manufacturers. The only thing I could find, RPM. So the company RPM that makes the upgrades that are big tracks is, plastic part maker. They make like the lifetime warranted parts. You break an A-arm, they replace it, blah, blah, blah. From my research, RPM was 100% made here. Good old US of A parts. Now, I haven't messed with any of the Basher stuff for a long time. I used to kit a lot of my Nitro stuff out with the RPM products because the RPM stuff seemed to hold up pretty well. So, I never really had any issues with the RPM stuff. It was all pretty decent. So, there you guys go. Some of your bigger name manufacturers. Anybody that thinks that you're, say, going to the hobby shop and you're buying a Traxxas, so you're supporting a more American company than saying going online and buying a Cross RC. Not really, because guess what? Cross RC has American employees in Wisconsin and Ohio. So, yes, it's a China-based company. Traxxas might be based in Texas. Their manufacturing parts is still China. So you're not helping out any other difference. You can help me out in the comment section if you think any otherwise can explain that to me, because even though it's a USA-based company, you still got parts coming from China and Taiwan. It's either or. So even if you're buying something like a Cross RC, you still got people getting paid here in the States to work at these facilities. I'd imagine the one in Oshkosh, Wisconsin is a pretty big. I looked it up. It's a pretty big facility, I think. The same way as it goes for, I don't know what Boom Racing has here. It literally, if you think about it, Asia Tees. I would imagine that means you're buying over there. If you think about it, I'm just saying. So Vanquish is the only one, because I know somebody's going to bring that up. Hopefully somebody actually takes the time and watches this video before they drop the comment. Vanquish is the only one that I can find. I couldn't find outsourced anywhere else. It says Sacramento, California. I could not literally find anything else about any of this stuff manufactured or imported from Taiwan or China or Japan or anywhere else. So, kudos to Vanquish. If that's the case, maybe that would make sense why a lot of their stuff is a little more money. And to be honest with you, with the way things are going, Vanquish stuff, in my opinion, really isn't that much more money, per se, than anybody else. When you really look at the big picture, and for what you're getting, it's kind of really worth paying what they're asking for the stuff. I know Traxxas has a bunch of sales right now. Somebody was saying, you can get the High Trail, the monster truck, for I think $299 or something like that. But I think that's the Sport. I can't see them selling the F-150 and the Blazers and the Chevy K10 High Trails for $299. I'd say their sports have always been really good priced. So that's the thing, guys. Same way with, doesn't make any sense to me. Jerry was saying about Hobby Wing. Well, first off, I've not been impressed with Hobby Wing's customer service. I've not been impressed with Traxxas's customer service. I work with someone that trying to work on figuring out getting a Traxxas product for her son. And she called Traxxas. Well, let's just say they weren't very friendly with her on the phone, and they weren't very helpful. For me, RC four-wheel drive, I know everybody's going, four-wheel drive. Well, their customer service has always been top notch, even though I tried to work with them here on the channel and they told me to get bent, basically. But I don't care. Their customer service has always been, it's been fine. I've never had an issue with their customer service from RC four-wheel drive. Red Cat's customer service has always been fine for me. I've called directly into Red Cat about some fifth scale stuff I had to get part numbers. Person I talked to on the phone took the time, got me the part numbers, even made sure a lot had paid over the phone, got the parts sent out to me, and I got a discount. Red Cat, I've never had a problem. You know, this is me personally. I mean, if you've had a problem with them, I don't know what you did. But yeah, I just that was the two. Hobby Wing, they were slower than Moses. Wanted me to go into their online chat. Didn't want to talk on the phone. Far as I know, they're a China-based company. I think they have a manufacturer, or not manufacturing. They have a warehouse over here. I didn't research too much into Hobby Wing. They make good stuff. I love their products. I could care less whether they're going to warranty a $60, $70 motor. If that $60 or $70 motor burns up, it's probably because I was doing something stupid with it and I had it in water or sand or whatever. And I guarantee you how Hobby Wing works. If you take that Hobby Wing 2-in-1 and you contact them for a warranty, they're probably going to want you to send it back, and they tear it apart. You're probably not going to get a replacement if it has any kind of water or anything like that in it anyways. So, you know, if it burns up and I get a little bit of if I get runtime out of it, it's my stupidity is the reason why Wing's manufacturing problem. I'm just going to buy a flipping replacement. You know, I think too many people in this hobby cry and bitch and whine and want shit for free and want stuff replaced a little too often, if you ask me. Now, I know that's probably going to offend some people, but take some damn responsibility of what you're doing with your stuff. You know, if you're being stupid or submarine in a truck and you fry something or you turn the voltage up on something too far, don't cry to the manufacturer and then complain about their products being junk, because I know a lot of people do that. Especially putting these stupid high-powered servos in these trucks and trying to run them with like a 2-in-1 SE on 7.4 volts when you have like a damn servo that's made for like 14 whatever, you know, 5.6S whatever, 122S, you know, LiPo through it, and it burns up and it's junk, that company is junk. Just being honest here, folks.
Come get some.
Be a better person. The world will be a better place for it. So with that little rant, our fireside chat, if you don't believe me, get on the Google machine, DuckDuckGo machine, whatever you use. Government's watching either way. And do the research if you don't believe me. So it's all there. It's easy to find. Not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or be an asshole here. I'm just putting forth the truth. May the truth be with you.
This is the way.
So, with that being said, I've got some shout outs to give out. People that are actually taking the time, conversing, commenting. Right off the top, as always, Russell, thank you, brother. Chris Snyder, thank you, brother. Leon Cottrell, thank you, brother. Woods Unknown, thank you, brother. These are all people I consider my RC brothers. They always comment in the videos. They always take the time. I know they're watching. Kevin, thank you. Kevin Breaker, thank you, brother. The channels that watch, I think, I talk to sometimes. Daddy Daughter RC. You know, I know, and I mean, this is for anybody that actually watches and takes the time to drop a comment down in the channel, guys. Maddie, I know you were catching up maybe on some of the videos. I seen you dropped a couple comments in some of the other videos. I know my channel is not for a lot of people because, I mean, I just break it down. I just tell the truth. I'm not sugarcoating stuff. If something's junk, it's junk. If something works, it works. You know, if I feel like it's somewhere safe, like I said, AliExpress, you know, is safe to order from. I mean, my two best, you know, RC brothers that not live very, very far from me, you know, they buy off AliExpress all the time. We've never had a problem, so I'm not afraid to recommend that stuff. That's why you'll see the links down there in my channel. Grow some patience. Learn to wait a little bit. Put your pants up tighter. It'll come. You know, I just could care less where my stuff comes from. It just doesn't matter to me because I'm not really so much helping anybody else here in the U.S. And let's be honest, everybody's wife orders all their shit off Amazon. So Jeff Bezos is still getting richer from our wives ordering all this shit off Amazon. That's just how I feel. It doesn't matter. All this shit's coming from China, even if you're ordering it off Amazon. Just because you bought these tires, mixed racing off of Amazon, don't mean that you're making somebody else rich other than Jeff Bezos in the United States. Still a China product, still came from China. Doesn't flipping matter. Other than maybe somebody in a warehouse is getting paid a little better minimum wage to pack in the box and send it. I don't know where everybody gets all these issues with buying shit. That's not, I don't know. I don't understand it. Same way people, enjoy the Chinese brand. Well, I bought my Axel SX 10.3. Well, maybe here in the U.S. the main company, but guess what? Other shit's from China. It blows my mind. Stop, slow down, and actually think about it before you act a fool. So, anyways, that's where I'm at. No offense to anybody. I'm just putting it out there. If you get offended, that's on you. Not me. So, that's where we're at, guys, for our fireside chat video. I'm going to be, like I said, this is our rich man's boom racing truck right here. I'm going to be starting to build this kit. I've got a few things. I'm going to work on this all night long until it's done. I don't know if I'm going to film it. He was kind of wanting me to. I may just do a overview of my table as I'm building this thing and put it in, like, you know, a little faster speed and not really talk unless I run into an issue. And I'm just reading the back of this. I will do a breakdown video for you guys for the channel and show you what's in this kit. And then we'll go over some stuff on the boom because I'm very interested to get this together. I wouldn't mind having one of these to put an RC full dry body on. I'm not really interested in anything Boom Racing makes because I hate Land Rovers. No offense to anybody that loves them. I just hate a Land Rover. I just cannot stand a Land Rover. They just I don't know. I just don't get into them. I'm American, not British. So, I know it's typical what an American would say, right? So anyways, and I know they make the LC70 and I like that body. I don't know if I want to put that kind of money. And once I build this kit, this is going to be my one and only kit that I want to put together for the next 15 years because I'm not a kit guy. If they made one of these in RTR, I'd have probably had it already just because I hate kits. I just don't like kits. I'd rather tear an RTR apart and grease it and put it all back together and check and make sure it's okay than just put one together. I don't know what it is. I don't care. I don't like kits. So we'll get that together. This was a mystery. This was a mystery gift inside. I think it was a dog. My buddy gave me that. This is a screw measuring device. It's a screw measuring tool guide, metric and inches. For building kits and stuff, I'll use this. This will come in handy. He gave me one. He got two. He bought one of these. This is a BRX-02. He just built the BRX-01. So before we get this video any longer, I'm going to start filming this, breaking down next from the RC Dungeon. As always, I love you guys. Thank you for always watching and subscribing. Sometimes I know I can be a douche, but I just give it to you straight. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm going to give you real experiences from my channel on real products that I'm buying, that I'm paying real money that comes out of my pocket for. I'm not one of these sugar babies that get everything handed to them for free on the RC Dungeon. I don't have these companies in my back pocket feeding me like a fat kid eating cake. So when I buy something, if it's a pile of shit, whether it be anything, simple stuff, batteries, cameras, RCs, tires, wheels, foams, inserts, you name it, tools, I'm going to tell you the truth about it. And I know a lot of people are going to get their butt hurt, but it is what it is, because I'm giving you my 100% truth and feelings about it. So that's just here. That's how I work, people. That's just how I work. So from the RC Dungeon, I appreciate everybody that's watching, subscribing. Please bang on down, smash that like button if you like this video. Was trying not to be depressing, Douglas. So hopefully we kept this a little more fun and entertaining for everybody from the RC Dungeon. Peace.